Linda Greene. Linda Greene.
Morning, Council. For the last 6 years, we at Fluoride Free Austin have been coming to you with the truth about fluoride. And we stand on the shoulders of the Fluoride Action Network, and we hope that everyone in this room would please review the Fluoride Action Network. And in a minute, I'm going to quote a press release from them, but my original topic was the fluoride deception. And this was a book published 10 years ago by a BBC reporter and producer, The Fluoride Deception, and it goes all the way back to the 30s about how the fluoride industry and the aluminum industry and various industries and ABC agencies were promoting fluoridation and basing it on fraudulent science. The same people that were promoting this industry of fluoridation were also promoting tobacco and asbestos as being safe products. I know that y'all are busy. This is a 250-page fascinating book. If you don't have time to read it, you can go to the Fluoride Action Network and you can see an interview, a 30-minute interview. I implore you to watch a 30-minute interview of Dr. Paul Canet interviewing Christopher Bryson, the author of this book. Just so I don't miss this recent press release of another issue of fluoridation on New York, October 15, 2014, a press release from Fluoride Action Network. Government authorities knew over 50 years ago that black Americans suffered greater harm from fluoridation, yet failed to warn the black community about their disproportionate risk, according to documents obtained by the Fluoride Action Network. In 1945, Grand Rapids, Michigan, experimentally added fluoride chemicals to the water supply, anticipating that children's tooth decay would decline without causing fluoride's unwanted toxic effects, dental fluorosis. Prior to the Grand Rapids, government fluorosis studies focused exclusively on white children, but little publicized results from Grand Rapids showed that black children were more susceptible to fluorosis than whites. In January 10 of 1962, an internal memorandum from the U.S. Public Health Service officer F.J. Meyer revealed that Negroes in Grand Rapids had twice as much fluorosis as others. No changes were made. Worse, government officials have taken no steps to educate the black community about their heightened fluoride risk. But here in Austin, we have KZI FM black radio station, and hopefully they'll be able to provide you and our public with more information.
Thank you, Linda.
Thank you.
Ray Olnick.
Well, good afternoon. It's my privilege to be the very last person to speak at Citizens Communications prior to a vote that will historically transform our municipal government. Come November 4th, we'll have an overwhelmingly new council, elected district-wise for the first time. I agree with the 60% of the voters who supported this change and think and know it will be a great thing for the people of Austin. Here's one example of why I think so. Let's go back to May of 2012. Station KITV here aired a very fair and balanced story on water fluoridation. They put that story in their Waste Watch category and ran a concurrent survey asking Austinites the question, do you think putting fluoride in your water is a waste of your money? And about half of Austinites answered yes. During the same segment, Mayor Leffingwell told the interviewer that Austin will continue to fluoridate and pay for it until the CDC discourages the practice, which is kind of like saying when Monsanto discourages GMO. He then went on to cite his own dentist as a voice of authority. So that's where we stood as of mid-2012. Residents of the presumably hippest, coolest, most advanced most wonderful city in the nation were taking orders from a distant Atlanta-based bureaucracy and the mayor's dentist. And there's something wrong with that picture. The fact that fluoridation is a serious health issue affecting the entire city and raising concerns in many was of no interest at all to anybody on the council. This is what happens when a 7-member at-large council, which can't possibly serve well its million constituents and really has no need to try. And that's what happens. And it actually very closely paralleled the situation that ongoing at the same time in Portland, Oregon, where a 5-member at-large city council tried very hard to force fluoridation on an unwilling population nearly as large. With district representation considerably raising the level of accountability, that kind of misuse of power is a lot less likely to happen for a number of reasons. In our 6 years of speaking here, we've succeeded in raising awareness of the fluoridation problem, and it is a problem. It can no longer be considered a fringe issue. We look forward to working with the new council members, whoever they may be, and to those several of you who have ideas of hanging around, we'll see you on the other side.
Thank you, Ray.